What up, party people? I had a complete and utter meltdown today. Like full on bawling my eyes out. Um, and I even filmed it. And it was more for myself because I was like, I need to remember this moment for the future, for what happens in a year, 2 years, 5 years. I need to remember this moment and see if I took the step forward or took the step back. And so I'll tell you about um, what transpired to create this meltdown. I was doing my morning pages. Morning pages, it's exercise that Julia Cameron has you do. She wrote the book The Artist's Way. And so it's a morning practice she has you do every day. And I love it because it's been something I've been consistent with and trying to stay on track with just writing things down, thoughts, emotions, things that happened, um, noticing my patterns, my habits, all this stuff. So it's been a great practice. And today I wrote down what is this year of no plans about? Like what I had my mentor actually asked me this recently. I know it's a year of no plans, but at some point, like you have to do something, right? So are you just gonna like spontaneously buy a ticket and go somewhere? And so she had me thinking a lot about like what is this year about? What are the things I want to get done this year? Or what is the goal of this year of no plans? And so I basically started writing down, well, I want to see all these places on my bucket list that I've been wanting to see for the last 15 years. And I'm tired of waiting for the right time, the right money, the right job, the right anything. I literally, part of why I went into yachting was to be on a boat that went to these amazing places and get to dive and get to show the owners or the guests on board like these incredible places and be a part of the incredible and also enjoy the incredible experience myself, right? It's like check off my bucket list, but also share it with, the people I'm working for. And the funny thing about yachting is, at least in my experience, most of the boats and the people I'm finding are working out of like Florida, Caribbean, East Coast, Mediterranean areas. And you see job postings for like the Middle East, you see job postings sometimes, like occasionally for the Maldives, occasionally for Raja Ampat. So it's very rare, at least in my experience, to see a job posting for anywhere over in like Indonesia, um, South Pacific, those kind of areas. And even there's sometimes you see job postings for like Australia or West Coast America, Mexico, but again, they're like very few and far between. Also, a lot of them, I shouldn't say a lot of them. Well, yeah, a lot of them want someone who, it's a big boat. It's usually like a 70-meter, 100-meter boat. And so they want someone with experience on that size vessel. And so I keep thinking, okay, well, I could go be a stewardess on a 50 meter, a 70 meter, a 100 meter, and then one day I'll have the experience so then I can start applying for these big boat jobs. But that's the thing is I don't want to be a stewardess. I don't want to um I love the service industry and hospitality, and I feel like eventually I may go back to it in some capacity, but I don't want to experience the Maldives as a stewardess. I want to be the dive instructor, the dive guide. I want to be in the water. I want to be sharing those experiences with the guests, with the clients. And so, I'm thinking, okay, so do I start applying for more yacht jobs, even though they're few and far between? And I'm like, well, no, because first of all, I've already done that. I've been applying for jobs on big boats. I've been applying for jobs that are on boats that are like super far afield and doing these areas that I want to see. And second of all, I want to experience it on my terms. I want to be the guest. I want to be the one that the guide is showing around. I want to be fully present in the moment, enjoying it all for myself without being on. So I call this, like, in the hospitality business, well, a lot of jobs, I call it being on. Like, being on means you are constantly, um, you're on. You say, you are saying the right thing, you're doing the right thing, I mean, I feel like in life you should say and do the right things, but swearing, for example, like, I'm not going to be in front of a huge group of clients and just start swearing. Not that I would anyway, but when I see a big fucking whale, I want to be like, that was the biggest fucking whale I've ever seen. And for some clientele, like, you probably shouldn't say that. You need to, like, be on and be like, that was the biggest, coolest thing I've ever seen. You kind of have to, like, you have to be professional. And I feel like I am naturally professional, but there's this point where it's like, I want to be able to turn the switch off and I want to just enjoy the moment and not have to be in charge of someone else's experience. I want to enjoy the experience for myself and have someone else be in charge of me, right? So I'm like going through all these 15 years of all these, like, why did I delay? Why have I been delayed? What am I waiting for? What is the problem here? And I feel like a big thing that's been holding me back is money and time. I it's like for some reason I have it in my head like I don't have enough money. I don't have enough money to take the time off to go that far afield on my own, and how can I afford it? And I don't want to just go for a week and experience Indonesia. I want to go for like a month. I want to go for 6 months. I want to, once I'm done with Indonesia, I want to go to Maldives. And once I'm done with Maldives, I want to go here. So I finally, today, and was part of my meltdown was just realizing that I can no longer hold myself back if that's the dream. If that's the goal, is to experience these places on my terms, then I need to do it and I need to do it now. Not when I retire at 65 and hopefully have enough money and hopefully have enough time. Hopefully my body can still experience it, because that's the other thing is this life is not, guaranteed. I could die tomorrow for all I know. And if I keep waiting and keep postponing, there might never be the right time. There might never be enough money in my brain. And so it's like, screw it. Let's fucking go. Let's go. So I don't necessarily have a goal right now. I'm still kind of processing all of this, but I think the mindset shift that I've experienced today is that I just need to do it. I need to stop waiting. and I will figure out the money. I'll figure it out. And even if I spend all of my money going to like two or three or four of my like bucket list places, then that's what I do because there will always be more money. There will. I know it. I know it in my soul because I have been at zero before. I have been like scraping pennies and coins out of a coin jar to, pay for gas, buy food. Like I've been there and I've always come out on top, always. And so I have to stop letting that fear of lack keep me from experiencing these incredible places. And so that is where I'm at today. It was a super emotional day, I think, because it's scary, right? It's scary to basically make up in your mind, like, I'm not going. I'm not going to go back. And that was also part of the journaling is kind of like, what's the worst that could happen? Because if I don't want to spend the money now, okay, I can go home and I can work the jobs I've been working my whole life. I can save some more money, but like, then what? Sorry, like bumping the table. Like, when am I gonna make it happen if I don't make it happen right now? And I don't want to do that anymore. That's the pattern that I've been doing for 15 years is like waiting for the right time, the right amount of money, and I can't wait anymore. I feel like I've taken this huge leap of faith in and just going all in on myself. And I realize today it's because I want to have the experiences that I've been yearning for years. And it's really scary. I think it's really scary to finally put the stake in the ground and say, like, let's go. Let's do this. Like, no more excuses, no more what ifs. Like, what if I have the most incredible experience? And what if along the way I, you know, figure out a way to like help people, figure out a way to, um, I don't even know. I like that's the part I don't know. And I think that's why that part is scary is because like I don't know what's gonna come of it. I think all I know right now is I need to have those experiences. And and not to backtrack, but a big part of kind of why I was writing all this down is because I keep mentally kind of going into this like philosophical mode about different cultures and how I want to learn more about different cultures, different societies, different religions, and I want to take like all the best pieces from all those cultures, societies, religions, and I want to apply them to my life because I feel like when we're born, we have this set of guidelines, uh, or this like scope of education. And I'm not talking about the school system. I mean, yes, like the school system gave me education, but I'm just talking about like within our own like family groups, our own friend groups, our own communities, our own states, our own nations. Like we only learn so much within that bubble. And I can't wait and I've traveled a lot. I've been with um different cultures and people and I've learned a lot and I just feel like there's so much more to learn and I just want to be out there and experiencing things outside of my bubble, outside of the realm. that I've grown up in, right? So that was a huge day. It's been a huge day, not in things I've done, just in my brain and in understanding what I want and where I want to take it and why, essentially. So I appreciate you being on this journey with me, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.